Hi everyone, I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and I am here for our weekly Mystery Monday. And so without further ado, I'm going to add in my slideshow. And obviously today is December 26th. I hope everybody's holiday week was amazing. Mine was nice and mellow, and that's really how I like it. So we don't really do a lot for Christmas. We basically take our leftover bones from Thanksgiving and make soups. And basically, all the kids get to come and go as they please so that they don't feel rushed. I don't feel rushed. And they can stay in their jammies if they want or not, or show up or not. It's completely laid back. So that's kind of how my Christmas went. Today has been crazy busy. My household is on a small piece of property, and so we have chickens, and we've had rabbits and beehives, and we've got a sizable garden. And today we added 6 lovely ducks. So we've been trying to get them all harangued, and there's still work to be done. So it will continue tomorrow, and it will be amazing and wonderful and perfectly wonderful. And that's what we are going to do. So without further ado, you've got your first clue. And now I'm going to give you the next clue, and we will create this mystery card together. So clue number 2, add colored cardstock to the white Daisy card base with whatever adhesive you choose. I chose to use my standard close to my heart tape runner. And as you know, I absolutely love our tape runners. They're a little bit smaller than I necessarily like, but I have small hands, and so they're very, very convenient. And I keep my scrapbooks in a really horrible place. For anybody that does scrapbooking, they'll attest to this. I have basically a sunroom is my husband's office, and so all of my scrapbooks sit on the top shelf in the windows, getting the sun baking on them. So yeah, that's absolutely horrible for the longevity of your scrapbooks. But I have learned that the adhesive that is close to my heart doesn't seem to become brittle and break. So that's why I choose to use it, unlike a few of the others. So clue number 3, cut all of your rectangle pieces into triangles. So you're going to put them into your paper trimmer or use your scissors and just cut diagonally across those pieces lengthwise. So just cut all 4 of them. If you finish this, go ahead and feel free to comment that you have done it if you are following along. And if not, it's okay. If you're not comfortable cutting these in half, that's also fine, but you will end up with a better end result. So I'm going to give that just a moment. So next week, I might introduce you to our ducks. So like I have 6 ducks. They're all grown-ups. 4 of them are girls, 2 of them are boys. And so we're working on getting them set up. Let's see here. Next clue, take your piece of white daisy that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches and use your ruler. Now, I actually didn't do this. I eyeballed it, and it kind of shows, but I'm okay with that. So you're going to mark at the 1 7/8. That's not the teeny tiny little marks on your ruler. It's the next size up. So, and you're just going to mark it with a pencil because you're going to create a grid. So you're going to divide your card into 4 quadrants. So after you do that, do the other quadrant, because you're going to use these to balance out your triangles. Okay. Clue number 6 is place 2 of your B&T. B&T is our textures. It's background and textures. So all of our patterned paper is a B&T, or background and textures kind of paper. And so you're going to place those onto your white daisy card layer. And I used, again, my tape runner. Very simple. I also went through, because I really like the distressed look, I took some darker ink that coordinated with my papers and rubbed around the edge to give it that distressed look. My B&T papers this week are really pastel. They're very light. And I did not want them to just get washed out on that white daisy cardstock. So again, do what makes it pop for you and gives you joy. Okay. And so you're going to put all 8 of your triangles on. You're going to fill those up. You're going to put them on. I did 2 per corner. And you can use either side of your B&Ts, because remember, all of our background and texture paper is 2-sided. So lay it out, rearrange them until you're happy with the look. And you get to decide if you want this to be vertical or horizontal, and just play with it. Remember, we're using scraps, so you're not really out anything. You're just getting your crafty on, getting your creative hat on. As per normal, I tend to use scraps of the paper that I'm playing with right now. And my stamp this round is actually a stamp of the month. So you're lost. That's okay. Being lost isn't a bad thing. You just start laying them out. Okay. You've got all these triangles because you cut your rectangles diagonally to give you triangles, right? And now you're laying them out onto your white daisy piece of paper, not your card base, but your white daisy base. Okay. Clue number 7 is you're going to adhere that layer with all your triangles to your card front. So you're going to put that onto your colored cardstock that's already attached to your card base. And if you used a pencil to mark your grids, which again, I didn't, but a lot of people like them just right, I eyeball so much. But if you marked it and you gridded it out, erase your pencil marks, okay? Because you don't need them now. You've laid out your triangles, you're good. Clue number 8. You've got your scrap white daisy or French vanilla, and you're going to stamp your greeting. I didn't actually do a greeting. I ended up using one of our stamp of the month stamps, and then I used my scissors and fussy cut. And so I stamped and stamped and stamped and stamped some more. For once, I did not actually use any shimmer pens or water brush or colored pencils. I just inked. And it still turned out really great. So you're going to take your time and you're going to stamp your middle piece, whatever shape you chose to do it, with whatever stamps you chose. Whether they match what you've got or not, you're running with it. I know this. We talked about this yesterday when you collected your materials. Clue number 9. So you've got your shape that you just stamped, right? You're going to create a matting. So I ran with a circle, but you could go hexagon, squares, whatever, right? So you're going to use a scrap of your colored cardstock that matches your cardstock that you used on top of your card base, right? And you're going to layer them together and have a little bit of color peeking out behind that white daisy. Okay, I can totally slow down for you. Let me know when you are ready for the next clue. And I actually put my image or my sentiment, if you're running with a sentiment, I attached it to my card front using thin 3D foam tape because I wanted it lifted off to give it just more visual dimension. I hope everybody is starting off their week really well. Tomorrow I'm back to work. I know some of you worked today, some of you worked on the holiday. I had a 4-day weekend and it was quite okay. Technically, I had a whole week off and it was quite delightful. I was starting to feel a little burnt out in life. And so just taking that downtime was really healthy for me, especially at the holiday time. I got a lot of cleaning done and prep work for next calendar year. And it was delightful. How are you coming along on your card? Okay. Okay, you've stamped. Go ahead and work on getting your project cut out. You're doing good. So you've stamped. So now you're looking at matting it and cutting it and getting that all attached to your card. And as you can tell, I'm coughing way less than last week and the week before. And so I'm definitely getting better. So for my card, I ended up using this month's Stamp of the Month. And I decided I really liked this little fox. So I stamped that for my center image. And it just is a lot of fun. I used some of the little branches and added accents. And I got ink heavy. I pulled out a stack of them and decided I was using them all. So okay, Clue number 10, the very last clue, is add your embellishments if you're going to. So deck it out. If you want to add sparkles or shimmer brushes or glitter or stickles, deck it out. This is the clue where you add all the sparkle, shine, ribbons, bows. You have ya. I actually chose not to use any embellishments at all. No sparkles, no ribbons, no chevroned papers, no sequins, none of it. I went embellishment free. I felt that with all of the pieces and all of the different patterns, because I actually used a different pattern from off of every last piece, that it was just right visually. It didn't need more. And now I am going to show you my card. We've solved the mystery. And I have included the link to our Facebook group. And if you're not a part of it already, if you don't want to click on the link, you can actually grab your camera on your phone and click a picture of that QR code. It will take you to our group so you can join. And here is my card. So do you see how I ended up using all of those crazy triangles and how I outlined all of them? I distressed them using a darker ink. And then I used this cute little fox, and there's three branch type stamps in the stamp of the month that I ended up using just to accent. I just stamped all the way around this fox so that you could actually, like, almost as if you're looking in a pocket in the woods. And like I said, I used so much ink in so many different colors and shades, and I double and triple stamped. So when you have finished your card, go to the group, and underneath this video where you're making comments right now, add a picture of your card. We would love to see everybody's work. Thank you for joining us this week. I will be posting next week's clue, not tonight. I will get it posted by Wednesday afternoon, Pacific time. Have a great night, everyone, and I will talk to all of you later. Thanks for joining me, Tina with Gems Paper